Okay, we had a follow through day last week, and new bull markets need new leadership. I'm taking a look at five stocks with that potential. I'm not saying these are going to be new leaders or we have a new bull market, but we always need to be looking. And this one is a medical product stock, and it broke out here back in February, late February 24th here, and made gains. And we know what happened to the NASDAQ and the S&P. This black line here is the S&P, and it's in a downtrend, major downtrend. And this stock is just trending higher. It's just quietly, minding its own business, pulled back to the 21 EMA here, pulled back again before showing strength. And then the first pullback to the 50 right here after a breakout is a layup. I should have been all over this one, but I missed it. And it's okay. We'll have more opportunities. But the first pullback after a breakout, the first pullback to the 50 simple moving average is something that you should pay attention to. And it's kind of a gimme. But this one looks like a leader, Lnth, Lnth. It's a medical product stock, definitely one to watch. Right now, it's 7.6% above its 10 EMA, so it's getting a little rich. Wait for the pullback. But this one is trending nicely and has that potential that we're looking for. It's got some accelerated earnings and sales growth here. We got the triple-digit sales and earnings growth going on, and it's accelerating in both sales and earnings. So that's something that we look for, and it has potential. This is another one, Sierra Wireless. It's a computer networking company. You can see the group is 161 out of 197, so not a strong group. But we can see that it went from the 200 simple moving average to new highs rather quickly. Here it gapped up. Must have been earnings. I haven't done the homework on the fundamentals, but it gapped up and then did this little pullback here. You see the pullback. It's like I call it a bull wedge. Some people call it a handle. You see how it wedges there? People getting out, taking profits, and then boom, more volume comes in and it moves higher. So SWIR, Sierra Wireless, is one to watch. You can see it's got the triple-digit earnings growth and accelerating sales growth, 60%. That's not too shabby. Definitely something to look at in this market. New leadership that's not oil and gas. I should preface that. I'm looking at stocks that are not oil and gas. Everybody knows about the oil and gas trade. That's getting really crowded. This is a NetScout Systems, computer software database. Another one that this one is not showing the earnings and sales growth. This red numbers means it's decelerating and going in the wrong direction, but the stock is going in the right direction. It went from the 200 simple moving average up to its buy point here, and then made this another little, this little wedge here, and then ripped higher. So it was doing well, relatively well compared to this line here, the S&P going straight down. This one's just kind of biding its time, now going higher. So NetScout Systems is another one to watch. Azpn Technology, computer software again. Look at the group, 183 out of 197. But this one showed accelerating sales growth and earnings growth. $1.38 last quarter, $1.20. So this thing, they're going to earn, $5.38 estimates, not to pay attention to the estimates because they always lowball. But this one broke out of a base here and is trading higher. I would look for a pullback here as it's getting a little rich here, a little extended from its 10 EMA. Yeah, it's 6% above. So look for a pullback here. But Azpn has that potential of new leadership. And the last one that I want to look at is Photronics. This one went from its 200 simple moving average to new highs in like 3 days. And that kind of power is pretty rare. It's something to definitely keep your eye on. Photronics showed accelerating sales growth, 21%, 25%, 28%, and triple-digit earnings growth. So that's something that you look for in new leadership. It's cheap. The PE is 14, which you don't really want to look at PE on growth stocks, but it's not one of these high valuation growth stocks. This thing is actually fairly inexpensive. But I want to go back to Netflix, because Netflix in January 29th, 2010, did something similar here. You can see it broke out of this base here. It went from its 200 simple moving average to new highs. Yeah, it went up 23, almost 24%. That's something very similar. Take a look at the weekly here. Very similar to what it's right here. Very similar to what Photronics just did that week of January 29, 2010. Yeah. And then it went sideways for a couple weeks and then boom, took off. You can look at the daily. You can see this move jumped up, trended sideways for a couple of weeks. Here. People took profits and then, man, it just ripped right up to new highs here. 64 to 119.50. That's not a bad move. But anyway, we'll go back to Photronics and we'll get up to date in 2022 and see the similarities here. Maybe this one trades sideways for a couple of weeks before, but definitely we're going to keep this on the watch list. I will have it on our watch list for the next couple of weeks because this 1993 standard buy point is something to definitely watch. The sales and earnings growth are there. And we're looking for new leadership in a new bull market, and we never give up.